Going in depth tonight, the rise of anti-Semitism continues across the country. New numbers from the Anti-Defamation League show that the Jewish people make up just 2.4% of the population, yet they experience 55% of religious-based hate crimes across the U.S. And so for much more on the situation, I want to bring in the president of the Greenville Jewish Federation, Arielle Nakdimon. So Arielle, thank you so much for joining us as always. You see those numbers. Anti-Semitism continues to rise across the country. What is it like seeing those numbers increase?
Well, I think that over nationwide, it was the most incidents that we have on record so far with the ADL. And if you look over statistically, it was 121% nationwide. And then here in South Carolina, we saw a 193% increase, which is really, why we're here today to discuss this topic. Because on seeing those numbers, we need to have more conversations. That's
right. As you mentioned, again, 193% increase year over year in South Carolina alone. What can we do? What can we do to bring that number down?
Well, I really think that anti-Semitism is so much more than perhaps what people think it is. So it can be harassment, it can be hate speech, it can be intolerance that you see on social media or perhaps, media figures. So I think that it really, community engagement, education, advocacy, policy changes, working with, individuals like yourself, Fox Carolina, working with our city dignitaries, and creating a space where we can share our culture, religion, what is happening, but also be there to support others as well.
Another number released from the ADL is that more than 57% were from extremist-related incidents. What does that mean?
So usually and it's organized, white supremacist or far right-wing organizations. And we've seen that increase here. There was a rally actually in Greenville last year of a white supremacy group. So we are becoming more aware of the situation of these groups, but 57% specifically within the Southeast of extremism-related events is very high.
And you mentioned it takes a community. It takes all of us. And there's now a new initiative brought up by the owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft. It's a hashtag campaign that you can really get out there on social media. It's hashtag Stand Up to Jewish Hate, and also it represents the blue square that you're wearing. Right. So as far as how anyone can get involved in that, what does it take for people who are not Jewish but can also voice their support?
That's a perfect way to say it. This campaign really isn't for the Jewish population. It's for non-Jews and community members that want to know what is going on. So on social media, hashtag Stand Up Jewish Hate, Stand Up to Jewish Hate, and follow the campaign. There's so much information that's coming out now on what we really didn't even see before as hate initiatives or hateful acts. And we see that, locally within our school district here up in Greenville. We've seen that in tagging, but specifically with this campaign, we're looking at mobilizing and making sure that we are getting within our communities, throw out a hashtag with a blue symbol like I have right here, show solidarity. And that's how we really are effective to combat anti-Semitism.
And there's something else too. You see that number, and I was seeing some interviews with Robert Kraft, and you see the number of less than 3% of the U.S. population. He's saying we're not big enough to do this by ourselves. It takes a team effort. What does that mean for you?
It's the truth. It really is. Our population, we are a minority group. There's other populated areas around the country that have more Jewish populations, more community. But right here in Greenville, we've had a wonderful legacy going back to 1796 and always been involved in the community, really there as the city grew. So we're really asking everyone as a community within solidarity, unity, to stand up with us. Understand that maybe you don't know what's going on, but we're here. And we're also here just, if you're having a corporate event or if you're having an event downtown or just more conversations within this community about what is happening and how we can be more involved together.
Yeah, it's impressive how impactful and powerful just a conversation could be.
Yes.
All right? And it could be as simple as a hashtag with Stand Up to Jewish Hate. Arielle Nakdimon, thank you so much as always.
Thank you so much, Justin.